How about we make this video short and direct? Watch this before you misunderstand it as intimate, flirty, or she's already wiping you up. Because sometimes what you think is romance is just actually routine Filipino magic. Hey fam, this is me again, Jo, and welcome back to another episode of Filipino Mindset. So, in today's video, I'm very excited to talk about this topic simply because a lot of you have been misreading signals. And this is the reason why channels like mine exist, to give you a full map. Number one, she lets you meet her family earlier than expected. So, some of you already been introduced to a family member or friends. Congratulations. But wait, here's what I'd like you to know. In my culture, meeting those friends and family members is very normal. And it's not an engagement announcement. I know. I know some of you might think, wait, I'm not ready for marriage. Relax. It's not a trap. So hear me out. In the Philippines, letting the family meet the man who's interested is actually a sign of decency and safety. We were raised hearing, ipakilala mo sa amin yan, ng makaliskisan. And that translates to, let us inspect that man. Okay, Jo, this is very interesting. But what if I refuse to meet them? Sure, you can. But it signals that you are not serious or your intentions are questionable. Good news, I come up with a solution to that. So instead of panicking, how about you see it as an opportunity? Opportunity to quickly understand her by seeing the people who raised and protect her. Sounds good, right? Now, some of you might think, why am I telling you that? And why those things are important? Family approval matters to many Filipinas, and it's not for control, but for reassurance. Clear? I hope everyone is on the same page because we will now move on to number two, Filipina default. So if something isn't clear, I'll just meet you later at the comment section or maybe tomorrow. Number two, Filipina default is she cooks for you, clean up, or maybe even do your laundry. Ever had a Filipina suddenly do these things for you and you'd be like, culture shock. So let's just pretend for a second that I didn't have an idea that you guys grew up independently, knowing how to do these things alone. Culture shock for Western men. Why is she suddenly scrubbing my shirt? Did I just marry her without signing something? While Filipinas are taking pride in doing these things, to some other culture, they call it as mothering. If we're gonna go deeper to Filipino culture, these things are very natural, almost innate to Filipinas. And you can see it in everyday life. Like for example, when we have a visitor, the kitchen becomes a Formula One pit stop. In many Filipino homes, when dad comes home and asks for coffee, he'd say, Anak, coffee. And it's always the mom or the daughter who gets it, not the son. While we might always complain about it as a kid, like, why you're not calling my brother? He's not doing anything anyway. But they would always tell us that it's a woman's job. So in terms of the chores, doing the laundry, cleaning up, it's always the brother who gets away. But I guess it's still okay. They exist to carry heavy stuff for us. So, in a way, they make life easy for us. Enjoying? Enjoying the topic? Because we're gonna move on to the last one, which is number three. She checks up on you constantly. I call it Filipino love language. Have you eaten? Drink water? Wear a jacket, it's cold. And this is the ultimate Filipino love language. Food, care, sometimes weather updates. And it's not flirtation, it's friendliness. Some of you might think it's flirting, but honestly, we say that to everyone we care about. I call it friendliness, not a marriage proposal. If that is the Filipina default, then what will make her heart notice? If you flip the script. Hear me out. Filipinos are used to default roles, so flipping them will make you stand out. I guess that's it. So before you assume she's wiping you up, maybe she's just being Filipina default. We care big, we love big, and that doesn't automatically mean we see you as the one. See you again in the next one. Bye bye. Mwah!